guitar. And Pr0n's mobster, Lil Steven, is here. He's got a new mob series, Lilyhammer, that takes place in scenic Norway. And then Gadget Pr0n reviews a new Nikon camera that's got a great LCD screen and interchangeable lenses. Plus, we'll save you from Ticketmaster fees when we present music from Anthony Green. He's the lead singer of Circa Survive.
Gotta get yours while you can.
By this logic, next week I'll be over here, and then slowly over here, and then I'll just watch from over here.
You just do the feed over there. In the dark.
Can't even get a
You look so bad. We need you.
Stop
We need you.
Oh my God, you like me! You don't. I just have to read the words.
I genuinely like you. Are you feeling better, Candace?
I am. Thank you. You wouldn't know by the sound of me, but I'm nasal.
You're a little nasally.
You can hear it. I know. I hear it.
What are you talking about? I can't hear it at all. I think you sound totally fine.
Oh, good. I'm so happy.
You get Australian when you have a head cold?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I do. I don't think that's it. It's like a mix of all accents.
I love that. Oi, governor, let's hug a koala. No, that's not it at all.
When I'm sick.
Sounds nasally.
You were gone, I think, when Sarah did a Wookiee call, and it brought all Wookiees within a 5-mile radius were here ready to mate. It
What
was
do they
amazing.
sound like?
No, they weren't. There
They
were
weren't.
like pigeons coming. That's what the call sounded more like.
Yeah. No, that was actually closer to Chewbacca than what Sarah did.
Oh, come on.
Do it.
Why do you guys want to hear it? It's so bad.
I want to hear it.
Wow.
That was it.
I don't even know where to start with it. Okay.
I thought you were clearing your throat to do it.
Although I will say, I yawned earlier today, and a Wookiee sound just came out. So.
Well, what did that sound like?
Kevin, leave me alone.
Well, I'm not gonna Wookiee call either. I might be a little better
Let's
than that,
hear it.
but maybe not. Maybe that wasn't any better.
I don't feel so bad at all.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Wait.
Okay.
That's good. No, none of them
That
are
was a
good,
nice
huh?
attempt.
None of them are good.
Magic! Come at me, bro.
Corridor Digital is the dynamic visual effects duo of Nico Peringer and Sam Gorski. Now, if you're a prevalent YouTuber, you might recognize their work, as their channel has 62 million views and over 800,000 subscribers. But long before they were doing mind-bending shorts like this, they began like most amateur filmmakers. Just a camera and some good old-fashioned gumption.
I made stop-motion matrix animations on my Game Boy camera when I was 12.
Now, as rudimentary as these videos may appear, this isn't too shabby for kids at the dawn of consumer effects software. Plus, they learned a lot in the process.
One tip for everybody making videos online. Edit your videos so they move fast. If I have to sit through 40 seconds of titles to watch a 5-second clip, no, don't do that.
Sam and Nico went to the University of Wisconsin, where they studied art and film, but they acquired the majority of their skills through trial and error and studying visual effects tutorials online.
School was cool, but we didn't go to college necessarily to learn how to make films. So those first videos, it's not about getting a million views. It's about making a good piece, finding out where your faults are, finding out what you're good at, and starting to try to improve upon yourself.
After school, some producers hired them to shoot a low-budget, feature-length sci-fi film called Dark Island.
It was like a direct-to-DVD movie.
Yeah, but it has like distribution in like Germany and France and Japan, but not in America.
It has distribution all around the world except the United States.
After shooting the film in Vancouver, they decided to move to Los Angeles. There, they met up with their hometown friend Brandon Lotch, and his roommate Freddie Wong. Already established on YouTube for their brand of special effects-driven videos, the Freddie W team agreed to host Corridor Digital's Ode to Modern Warfare on their channel. Frozen Crossing became Sam and Nico's first viral hit, and to date has almost 5 million views. Since then, Corridor Digital has taken off, evidenced by their most popular clip, The Last Minecraft, which has 11 million views. Now, Sam and Nico regularly post new videos as a way of building their portfolio and funding the work that they love. Currently, the Freddie Wong team and Corridor Digital guys all live together in downtown LA. Recently, they collaborated and made an awesome, nationally televised commercial for Battlefield 3.
Ready, man, for mature.
While their CG work is a large part of what has gained momentum for Corridor Digital, their goal is to work in long-form narrative.
VFX is a means to an end. We want people approaching us going, oh hey, I got all these shots that need to be rotoscoped. You guys do great rotoscoping. It's like, our generation is right at the cusp of the film industry kind of shifting over to that realm. When it finally becomes time when just a couple of guys can go out and make a feature film that looks like a Hollywood movie, like, we'll be there doing that.
If you're curious about shooting your own films and possibly doing some visual effects work, check out Corridor Digital's YouTube channel, where they put up tutorials and behind-the-scenes clips on how they made their films. They go over everything from creating bullet hits to composing music. They even talk about the software that they use.
We shot our friend Jake on a green screen, and I basically just tracked him to the shot, masked off the top and bottom to be 2 separate parts. That's really all there was to it.
So there you have it. All you aspiring filmmakers and effects artists, get off your ass, shoot something, and make it look like this. I mean, at least you can try.
Yeah, pedal pound! Hey Attack fans, Joel Ray here, editor on AOTS. Coming up, we've got an 80s rap that Sonny Chiba would be proud of.
From the week.
Yes, like this guy. He turned his snow pants into a men's room.
Everybody hear how hard I'm breathing? It's because I just my pants.
Got it.
How far down do you think that was?
Far enough for death, probably.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was so
definitely
close to
enough.
death, just like teetering.
I feel like nature gave him a chance for a sweet drop. Yeah. Like when nature says, "Here you go, bro. You gotta carve that."
Do you have
You gotta
to?
turn the jet ski and go. I mean, if you're a man, that's what you do.
Would you have done that?
Of course, I'm a man. I mean, that's it. Well, I look like a Dave Matthews Band fan. I mean, come on. No, I don't.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
No. You know who would have fallen down that mountain?
Who?
Chris Gore.
Oh, definitely.
There he is. Oh my God. That's so good. I think Chris's fall actually triggered the avalanche. That's what did it. He was the butterfly flapping his wings.
That's great.
I'm really glad we recorded that.
Me too.
Now listen, when you think karate experts, which you should think about all the time, Pai Mei comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or Senor Miyagi, as he's known on the streets. They're always the very model of dignity.
Until now. Here's the slow jamming 1986 rap that will sour you on both rap and karate.
I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but I've trained karate from coast to coast. I've done the kung fu, the show and roo. I even did a little jujitsu.
Karate. Train your body.
Well, I've trained karate around the world. I'm known all over as Karate Girl. I'm witty, I'm pretty, got the female smarts. So listen to our rap about the martial arts. Karate, train your body.
Got a karate life with my karate wife. 2 karate kids in our karate home. A karate dog. He's got a karate bone.
We got a parakeet, he's a karate bird. When he chirps a tweet around the block he's heard.
Karate. Train your body.
Each needs some sheep. Come on, everybody, train karate.
Karate. Train your body. I train in my car. I'm a ninja.
You didn't have that pose down. That's good.
It's my favorite.
I say sweep the leg and sweep the throat. Sweep everything on that douchebag. Go for the throat. Man can't rap, he can't suck. Yeah. I mean?
What? Okay, that man can really rap. What? He's the best rapper ever.
Yeah, he had 80s white rapper cadence down.
See, that's
like
the
nobody
kind of
else.
rap I like. 80s rap.
Really?
80s, 90s rap. That's the good I mean, karate. Train your body. Like, right?
Yeah. That's what I listen to in my Walkman when I'm cruising through Crate and Barrel.
That
Just
is. How did
something
you
to really
know?
juice
You
it
know
up and
me
keep
so
it
well.
street.
All right, it's not an official Marvel film, but it's one of our favorite superhero movies. It's Lego Captain America. Well done.
If I may, Captain America?
Yeah! You're supposed to do it with me! You're supposed to do it
Potty
with me.
mouth, that is.
Gavin!
I just want to take a second and apologize to our viewers. I mean, Candace knows that.
Get me!
Candace, families watch this program. It was very.
And our favorite video of the week was someone doing something very stupid.
Look, we've all seen a fool sneak into a rhino pen and risk being gored to death, right? I mean, who hasn't? It's
Who hasn't
Sunday.
seen that?
But you haven't lived until you've seen someone ride a rhino with an incredibly enthusiastic guy behind the camera delivering the commentary.
Hey, dude, if you want to do it, dude, you gotta go for it. You gotta go for it, dude. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Careful, dude. Careful. Yeah, dude, do it. Do it, dude. Do it. Do it. Do it, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Do it. Do it, dude. Do it. It's a rhino standoff. Do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. 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 Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You're rhino riding, man. You're riding a rhino. Oh my god. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah. 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 Lock in. Oh. Oh. Yeah, dude. Yeah. 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 Yes. 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 Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
I didn't realize it at first. I think the overly enthusiastic man behind the camera was actually Rob Deerdeck.
Is it really?
Was it for sure? Okay, yeah,
No.
that was Big Cat,
That
right?
is him?
That was Drama's cousin or brother or something. He was one of the FAF guys.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, so good.
Oh, but I really wish the rhino had just nudged him a little.
Oh.
It would have been
Just
fun.
nudged
just a
him?
little.
How
just like
so?
a little
Like,
nudge.
Think that's hilarious?
Yeah, I think that's
F-bombs and
hilarious.
mutilation. Wow, it's a new Candace Bailey, everybody, and I'm sorry.
One ordinary night after practice, Denver Nuggets power forward Al Harrington spun his basketball in reverse.
What's going on with my basketball? Oh no, a time vortex!
When something went terribly wrong. Or terribly right. Al Harrington, time dribbler.
Oh, Al, thank you so much for catching that wretched assassin.
I'm only sorry I couldn't save your husband, Mrs. Lincoln. But now that you're single.
Oh, ow.
Did you know I was the only member of the 2002-2003 Pacers that played in all 82 games? Never mind. What you doing tonight, though, baby?
Oh.
Next time on Al Harrington, Time Dribbler.
Get club.
Look who I found, everybody. G4TV.com's Eric Eckstein. How are you, sir?
Good, very good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning. When I say that, what images does that conjure up in your brain? What do you see?
Fantasy, like swords and sorcery, all that kind of jazz.
Crazy anticipated game. A lot of people are looking forward to this. It's got a good pedigree. Who was behind this game?
So this is Kurt Schilling's 38 Studios that's brought us to us, and that's R.A. Salvatore, fantasy novelist. Ken Ralston, who's game designer on Morrowind and the Elder Scrolls games, and of course Todd McFarlane, who's designed a lot of the world creatures. So you got a lot of heavy hitters here.
Right, and it looks, I mean, it certainly looks nice. I'm sure there's good character design as well. Let's talk about the characters that you play, though. Do we choose from a preset group of people?
What's great about the game is you're not forced into one path when you first start. You can choose as you play. So you want to be a mage and cast spells right off the bat? Boom, you can do that. If you want to swing hammers and swords and be that kind of melee guy, you can do that too, and you can swap on the fly, which is great.
Oh, nice. So I'm not completely locked into a certain skill tree. If I want to throw fireballs, fine, but then if I want to switch to a giant hammer and smash troll heads in, then I can do
It's
that.
one of the great things about the game is that it lets you change your game style whenever you want to. If you want to do it right in the beginning of the game, if you want to do it later in the game, 30 levels in, you can do that. So
very cool. Now, what about the actual quest? What are we actually doing in this world? What is the storyline?
Well, the storyline is you start off the game dead, and you basically have been reanimated in some way. You no longer have fate to kind of rule you. So now the choices in the game world are yours to make. And that's where a lot of the quests kind of factor in, but unfortunately, they're just not delivered in a way that's super compelling.
What, you mean watching wooden characters move their mouths like nutcrackers? That's not super exciting and compelling to you?
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, and there's no stakes there. It's like you can choose whether or not you want to accept the mission. It doesn't really change the way the game world adapts to your behavior.
And we're seeing occasionally you'll see a little sort of dialogue radial device at the bottom where you can select how you want to respond to a character, which is not a new mechanic. We've seen it in other games. But from the admittedly short time that I spent with Amalur, or Reckoning, I guess, is what you'd use to shorten it. With the short time that I spent, I felt like it didn't matter if I told someone to go screw themselves or if I said, I love you to death, bro. The game was going to play out exactly the same.
It doesn't matter. If you choose not to choose that quest, then you're just not going to play the game. So it's like, that's kind of
there's an exciting mechanic. Speaking of quests, are we talking like 2 hours, 7 hours, 400 hours?
The game seems loaded with content. Huge game masses, lots of quests, almost endless side quests but they're nothing of consequence. So I don't know necessarily, I'm only 20 hours in. Adam, who reviewed it, did 60 plus hours. I don't know necessarily if you're going to hit that 50-hour mark, if you're going to be that sucked into the game.
Yeah, and I would say, listen, 4 million quests is great, but you can give me 2 million and work on the inventory item management system.
Or
a
50 really great quests, and I'm sold on the game.
I would also take that as well. So maybe the storyline isn't so solid, and maybe the presentation is taking a few knocks, but I think the core gameplay here, the combat mechanics, that's where it shines.
Combat is excellent. Combat is very inspired by God of War, so it's a lot of rolling around and swinging a sword and dashing out of the way and casting a spell. So it's
quick time threesomes.
Exactly.
It's got to be in there, right?
I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately. Missed opportunity.
Maybe around hour 375, you get to Minaj.
Yeah, quest 7 to million. Yeah.
And it's all, again, you said instantly switch on the fly, so it's not like you have to back out to a menu and select the giant hammer that I want to use.
Nope. You set everything up, and then you can hit the X button, and you're swinging your sword, and the next second you're throwing out daggers, and then you're casting an ice spell, and you're doing all sorts of mixing and matching your combinations.
Now, obviously we've seen a lot of fodder enemies here. This guy's a lot bigger. Is this like an early on boss battle?
Yeah, early in the game, you're going to face off some bigger guys like this rock troll, and you need to kind of dodge out of the way, or as you can see, pressing the attack so that you can stun them a little bit. Later on, you're going to build up this meter that's called fate shifting, and that kind of gives you a big, huge bonus to your experience when you kill these creatures. But how to trigger it is you get to this point where your quick time event hits, and then you have to mash a button, in this case Y, hit that Y button, and you're going to get up to 100%, and then boom, you get a double experience.
Well, that's a nice little spin on a QTE. I mean, normally it's either you hit the button and you get it, or you don't. So
it's a good bonus
nice.
there.
All right, someone comes up to you and they say, hey, Eric, you got 10 seconds because it's an arbitrary amount of time that they want to spend with you. Jerk. But you got 10 seconds. Should I buy this game or not? What would you say? Go.
I would say that the combat's really good, so if you're looking for a combat RPG, this is good. But if you're looking for that next story and something to suck you in, you're going to be a little bit out of luck. So try the demo. There's a demo, so try that and make up your own mind.
Oh my God! We did it! Eric did it, actually. I was just along for the ride. You took the wheel, good sir. Thank you, Eric.
Always a pleasure, Kevin.
You guys, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning is out now in stores. For the full review, go to g4tv.com/reckoning, and I agree, try the demo if you're on the fence.
Hey, it's Joel again. Coming up in Gadget Pr0n, we've got a camera that just might make you leave that DSLR at home. And Steven Van Zandt will be here to talk about his new Netflix series, Lilyhammer.
Looking to take great pictures without having to lug around a DSLR? Well, Nikon thinks they have the solution with the Nikon 1J1. With its high-resolution 3-inch screen and 10-megapixel image sensor, you won't miss any of the action. The Nikon 1 also boasts the world's fastest autofocus. Combine that with the ability to take 1080p video and capture stills simultaneously, and you have an extremely versatile portable camera. Take home the Nikon 1J1 for around $600.
Cool pose. This is awkward for everybody. Oh. Hey, everybody. Matt Mira's here again. Glad to have you here, sir.
You're riding a rhino. Dude, you're doing it with Gadget Pr0n. Just talk about the camera, bro.
Look, there are a bunch of smaller mirrorless cameras out there. Nikon, or as someone on Twitter told me, Nikon has finally entered the game with the Nikon 1J1. Promises to take your pictures to the next level.
Hey!
Boom, pow, lasers, explosions. It's got interchangeable lenses. That's kind of cool.
You can take that off.
Whoa!
And do things with that.
So naked.
Yeah, the market here is for someone looking to upgrade from a point and shoot.
Sure.
You know, or down from a DSLR. The lenses are interchangeable. There's only 4 right now.
Okay.
You got 4 different ones to choose from, different zooms. This one is a 10 by 30. This is what this ships with, so it's like 3 times zoom. So you're not getting a huge zoom, but it comes with the camera.
I was going to say, it's nice that it comes with the lens.
Yeah, absolutely. The body's slim, but it's sort of slippery on this side. There's only one little grip for your thumb, which is right by the shooting dial.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's okay. It's a little slippery. If you're going to be shooting for a while, it's a problem.
I mean, the color choice and the aesthetics, I'm okay with that. But what about the shutter button on top? Like the actual snap a photo button is kind of an issue.
Is like one very smooth plane. So if you're not looking at it, you're not going to know what you're shooting. Like, so you hand it to somebody on vacation, they will record a 12-second movie of you.
Exactly.
Instead of that photo of that moment you'll never get back.
Right. You in front of a fountain and with some foreigner yelling, I don't know, it's a video.
You're riding a rhino.
It's got a high-resolution 3-inch LCD. It's got a pop-up flash.
Sure does. I can do that for you.
Okay. For the kids who didn't see that
Hey, guys, ready? Ready? Where'd that come from?
And then Short Circuit changed the... Johnny 5 changes the channel on the TV.
No disassemble.
Did you find yourself missing the viewfinder, though?
Not really, because this LCD is actually one of the best I've ever seen on a camera.
Really?
You don't really get the full picture there. That's my face. But the LCD is very accurate, and it really is, and something I didn't miss. A lot of people say, oh, I missed the viewfinder, but whatever. It's not a big deal on this camera. The flash only...
Not to be dismissive of all those people with their opinions.
Listen, guys,
whatever.
Here's the deal. If you're looking for this camera, don't worry about the viewfinder. The LCD's perfect. The shutter speed, though, with the flash is a weird thing. The flash only goes off at 160.
You cannot change the shutter speed if you're doing...
Can't change it. It's weird. It defaults. So if you're gonna want to catch some high speed stuff and the lighting's not great, you can't have the flash. It's a very weird situation.
Oh, that's odd. So you can have your subject be bright and blurry, or very dim and crisp.
Yep.
Okay.
Dim and crisp.
Fantastic. Well, are those the only shooting modes on there? Dim and crisp and light and blurry? Or?
There are multiple shooting modes on this thing.
I saw the rocker dial here.
Yeah, it's like 4 different things, which is the most under...
You got a whole dial here.
Look at the rest of the dial. It's completely empty. What the hell?
Is that for future expansion?
I don't think so.
Probably not. All right.
Yeah, so, it should have ice cream sandwich on it in no time.
Exactly.
That's for you guys at home. That's for me and Kevin. It's got these weird shooting modes. There's one mode on here where it's called magic motion or shooting something. I don't know what it's called.
It releases doves when you snap
But what it does is it takes a photograph. Let's go to play here. This is something we shot earlier. If you can get up on this. This is Jeremy, our producer, and it takes 1 second of video, slows it down, so you have like a death montage. I will now play it for you.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And that was his last juggle.
That was the last. That was the last time.
So it
minutes
adds
later, he was riding a rhino.
It adds the in memoriam music automatically.
Yeah, it adds that, and that's the only music you get, and you can export it without the music. So you could put heavy metal on if you want.
Okay, that's cool. So, but at least it saves it as a file that you can use,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it does.
What is it, MP4 or something?
MP4 and no audio on the MP4, so you can choose your own music.
Now it can shoot 1080p at 30 or 60 frames a second. It even has a slow motion setting where you can capture video at 400 or even 1200 frames a second. I imagine there's got to be a pretty big resolution hit though if you're capturing something that high speed.
Huge resolution hit. We have a sample here. This is us dropping an egg earlier. I sent some interns out to buy eggs and then destroy them.
Oh.
That's 400 frames and 1200 frames.
400 still looks really good.
It does. The 1200 again, it gets very pixelated, but it's a cool thing to have. I don't know when you're going to use it unless you're going to go crack eggs on a sidewalk.
Right. Well, how long of an egg cracking session can we have?
You get 5 seconds.
Okay.
So that action has to last 5 seconds. And that's it. Regular speed video on this looked great though. The image was really sharp. Color reproduction was very good. It actually looks better on the camera than it does at home because we actually have to down-res it to show you.
Oh, wow. Okay, shooting modes aside, the camera has a 10-megapixel sensor, not as high as some cheaper Nikon models.
Yeah.
So how were the actual still pictures?
They were actually excellent. These were some great pictures. Outside, the images look beautiful. Look at all that color. Reproduction's very good. It's not too saturated like some mirrorless cameras I've seen. Noise performance wasn't the best, but it was still very good. That's Jeremy looking
easy
sexy.
now.
Yeah.
Easy. Where's that music? Let's bring back that music.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. And
we soft dissolve. Are you staring at?
In low light, we found...
dissolve away! I'm sorry, tell me about low light.
Low light performance was great.
Okay.
There it is. Jerry's
right.
looking good there. We play with the macro settings. We got some great shots. There's a tennis ball and Bernardo, and then a tiny sumo wrestler and Bernardo. And we have to fumble around with the LCD focus on there for the macro. They got rid of the manual focus ring.
Yeah, I thought that was an odd choice. And there's no touchscreen, so you can't tap to focus.
Yeah,
you have to select
so you have to
with the box.
like a D-pad, like you're playing Tetris on a Game Boy.
Yeah.
But you know, it works out pretty well. Those pictures are actually great, and it didn't take much effort.
All right, the Nikon 1J1 with the lens goes for $599, I think, retail.
Yeah, that's you know.
It's a little steep. What are we giving it?
We're gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay, cool.
That's not bad, right? It's a very good camera. It takes excellent pictures. However, it is a little pricey, and the shooting options there are a little too confusing for novices, and there's not enough customization for any advanced shooters.
All right, 4 out of 5, still not bad though.
Yeah.
Matt Mira, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Thank you, Kevin.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Ninja Warrior returns with new episodes on March 4th. Check out all the feats of athleticism and all the feats of failed athleticism from America's favorite obstacle course. Earn Ninja Warrior stickers and check in at getglue.com/ninjawarrior.
Hey, it's Joel again. Stick around because Steven Van Zandt from The Sopranos is here talking to Kevin about his new series, Lilyhammer.
So here's the scene. Here's the scene. New York mobster plus the home of the 1994 Winter Olympics. Go!
Hello, her leg.
Jeg tror kanskje jeg har brukket beinet, altså.
Ja, det er opp til legen å bestemme det, da. Oi. Hva skjedde hvis noe feil her? Jeg tror jeg må få det nummeret en gang til, jeg.
23.
Okay, enough.
Nei, du kan ikke bare gå inn. Vent, da!
Go yourself. Hey, need a little help here?
Jeg spiser lunsj, jeg.
Lunch? Guess what, you Harry Potter? Lunch is over. The doctor will see you now.
Please welcome Steven Van Zandt, everybody! So were you just re-alphabetizing his cassette tapes in there? Is that what was happening?
That was it.
Your characters?
That was it.
OCD?
Straightening out his glasses, his Harry Potter glasses.
First and foremost, congrats and a half. I was told nearly 1 million viewers for the first episode alone, which is like a fifth of Norway's population.
True.
Truly,
It really
not a
is.
joke.
It
Look at
is.
the wiki, tuned in for the first one, and then you said for the second episode it grew.
It grew because they all figured it was curiosity for the first one,
Sure.
you know, and then the second one grew, and the third one was the last night, and it grew again.
Wow.
So,
congratulations, man. You also threatened to break the faces of anybody in Norway that didn't tune in. To be fair, you did intimidate them all.
Don't mention that. Don't mention that.
So now you have the EP credit, which is does that mean you clearly you showed up to set to be in it? But beyond that, what is required to get the EP credit these days? How involved were you?
You know, I wanted to be very involved because I don't do that many things. Let's face it. Okay, you know, I'm pretty lazy. But
I have a card of 50 million projects that says otherwise. That says you have your own flavor of Tic Tacs coming out soon, a professional line of yo-yos. I mean,
good idea. No, I really, you know, when I was about to do a domestic Norwegian TV show, right, and which is already really weird. Okay, right. Probably unprecedented, I would guess, right? And, you know, you want to have some control. I mean, you're not going to have total control. So I worked with the two writers who created the idea, wonderful writers, and so I became one of the writers, and we worked for a year on the scripts. I figured if the scripts are right, you know, you're halfway home, really. Certainly. You know? And then the executive producer part just came from being on the set every day and making sure that, you know, the script got filmed. You know? Right, exactly. So, you know, but they're terrific. I mean, you know, the acting over there is just exceptional. You know, they're all national theater. You know, the government actually supports the arts over there. Right. You know, as opposed to our wonderful situation. You know, we're the only country in the world that thinks art's a luxury. You know, everybody else knows it's essential. Right. But they have like, so these wonderful actors are all like wanting to be in this crazy show because it's so quirky, you know. And so, you know, we have like literally the Laurence Olivier of Norway playing a cab driver. Right. You know what I mean? So every
Laurence
single...
Havarskjørgerd. I don't know. I saw the credits scroll and I had no idea what was happening there.
I know, if you pronounce the names out loud, you get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now, I mean, it's one thing to go over there and be attached and do the series in the way that you did, but then to bring it here as the first Netflix original series as well.
That is the mind blower, honestly. Yeah. Because, you know, I said to Ted, you know, at Netflix, you know, I said...
Ted Netflix, by the way, is the CEO of the company, in case you don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted.
The Netflix estate.
Ted Sarandos, who was the head of content, who I said, you know, listen, now this is going to be your first original content. Do you want to dub it? You know what I mean? It's like it's subtitles except for me. Oh, by the way, the premise is that my character understands Norwegian but doesn't speak it, right? So, and actually there's quite a few people over there that are like that because it's a very hard language to speak, but you can get to understand it. So the character's the only one speaking English in it, right? Anyway, I said, you know, you want it with the subtitles? He said, yes, we want it artistically, just like it's going to be over in Norway. And I give them a lot of credit, man. Netflix is very cool.
Yeah, and clearly the future of distribution as well. Like,
I
mean, we're on cable. Not the future. One of the many pieces of the distribution puzzle in the future. Sorry.
But you know what is cool, and they were a little bit ahead of everybody on this one, is they put up all 8 episodes.
Right, so it's not like one episode, then 2 weeks later I can catch it. You can get the whole season now, and that's great.
Many people have watched the whole thing this week, you know, and that's just the way people are watching things now. They're taping things and then seeing them 3 and 4 at a time. Right. Well, Netflix is doing that as a matter of course.
So to prove you wrong on the whole, I don't really have a whole lot of irons in the fire, you have 2 satellite radio stations.
I do, yes. Underground Garage 21 and Outlaw Country 60, yeah.
So now what is that sort of schedule like for you? Are you doing talk shows or you're just programming them? How does that work?
No, yeah, they're my 2 formats that I created. You know, the radio was just in need of some new formats, you know. So the rock and roll format, the Underground Garage format, is all 60 years of rock and roll in one place, including the best new rock and roll right now. My syndicated show, which is on the biggest stations in the country, regular terrestrial stations, about to do our 10th anniversary, and we counted like 500 new bands we've introduced. So there's a lot of bands still playing traditional rock and roll.
How are you finding these bands? Are they throwing CDs at you? Are they emailing you MP3s?
Yeah, all of the above, kind of. You know, now that people are sending them, I used to go to record stores and just ask, you know. So that's really cool.
I'm sorry, what's a record store?
Yeah, right. See, exactly. Exactly. So, you know, and we just got added to, we were on American Forces Network, and we just got added to their big network of 180 countries.
So awesome.
So, yeah, so that's going cool. Yeah. You know, we've got a lot of things going on.
A world tour. Why not? We'll throw that in as well. We'll get that in when there's time, in between coffee and listening to EPs. I love it. It's really a great series, and again, I think Netflix is a perfect home for it here. So congratulations on that, good sir. Real pleasure to meet you.
Cool. You too, man. You too.
Stephen Van Zandt, everybody.
Hey everybody, it's Joel. Coming up, you're not going to want to miss this performance by Anthony Green. He's playing his new song, Get Yours While You Can.
On the next Attack of the Show.
Kevin Smith returns with his new reality show, Comic Book Men. Then Laura Prepon arrives in our decade to talk Are You There, Chelsea? Plus, Chris Gore rates the Blu-ray release of Paranormal Activity 3. And we rate Samsung's blazing fast Android 4.0 phone, the Galaxy Nexus, in Gadget Pr0n. Then Grace Helbig will show you how to get your special someone in the mood for Valentine's Day.
See it starting Monday.
It is time for the behind-the-scenes
moment of the week!
Yeah!
Each week, we like to invite you into our studio for a glimpse of what goes on off camera. Now, this week, we have puppies!
Yeah! Candace gave birth to a litter of 4.
I did.
It was really amazing. I wore a shirt last week that said Pugs Not Drugs on it. Love it. And
Was that a coincidence?
That was your shirt, right?
The shirt, and then we got pugs? Was that a coincidence?
well, no, it leads to it. We were in the room and in the read-through, and we started with like making pug puns. It happens. What else are you gonna do? Very important job we have here. And I think Joshua said Bone Pugs in Harmony. Oh my God, we have to get pugs and reenact a rap
Best
group
idea
with
ever.
pugs. I wanted a poodle to perform a drive-by to kill it off. Like, I thought that'd have been great to have like a dog rap war. I don't know what the pug's rival enemy would be. Sure, something like that. Yeah. But the idea was to have these guys on, and so we did it.
Yeah, so here's Bone Pugs in Harmony.
Where do you want him licking?
We need the dog to be licking his genitalia. So let's get really tight on that.
Stay. Ridley, go on.
Hey, go.
Go on. Sit. Sit.
Oh, no. Listen to him.
Is there something just going to be doing?
Let's try that. That's at least a packet.
Stay.
That's how we move Candace into position.
Like your peanut butter.
There we go.
Stay.
That'll work enough. That's awesome. You have enough. I think. Oh yeah, we're good. Well, for 30 seconds, I think we got enough.
I wish we could have dogs or puppies on set every day. Puppies and kittens. Why can't we?
Because that's clearly not up to code. We're going to lose our A rating.
Health department.
Would you?
They're worse than the FCC.
Both of you.
In a little over a decade, Anthony Green has established himself as one of the most unique voices in music. The acclaimed frontman has methodically built a strong following with his one-of-a-kind vocals and soulful lyrics. Originally hailing from Pennsylvania, Anthony lent his voice to 6 different projects before forming the band Circa Survive in 2005. Circa Survive would go on to release multiple highly acclaimed albums, including the critical darling Blue Sky Noise. The album included the elaborately orchestrated and intensely powerful single, Get Out. While still an active member of Circa Survive, Anthony has continued his artistic growth by embarking on his self-titled solo project. His first solo album, Avalon, was released in 2008 and reached the top 50 on the Billboard charts thanks to the inventive arrangements and distinct vocal stylings on songs like Dear Child. Anthony's newest album, Beautiful Things, was released this past month to monster critical praise yet again. With tracks like Get Yours While You Can and the hauntingly poignant Right Outside, there's no doubt that Anthony Green is poised to be a musical force for years to come.
Here to perform Get Yours While You Can off his latest album, Beautiful Things, Anthony Green.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let my motor run all night long.
chose while you can. Get chose while you can. You gotta get chose while you can. Please don't even bother to get close, 'cause it turns me off. Everybody comes at the same time, and we'll drown in fluid. If I lost my place in line, I'll find something else. Now I'm older and I'm no longer steel, but I think about it all the time. Then I'm dragged right back down to the ground, and I stay down here for my whole life. Get chose while you can. You gotta get chose while you can. Get chose while you can. You gotta get chose while you can. Sleep a little less, 'cause you know that's so much to be done. Get chose while you can. You gotta get chose while you can.
Actually, we got Anthony Green because I tweeted out that I loved the song that he did with Chino on YouTube, and he replied back, and that shocked me.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
did he say?
Hey, would love to play on the show. Yeah. Okay. So there he was. And also Casey Crescenzo, who was there. He's the frontman for the Deer Hunter and a bunch of other bands. He did a cover of Anthony Green's song, Get Yours While You Can. So you can go to anthonygreens.children.com right now. You can actually stream the unreleased track for free. Isn't that great? Perfect price.
Amazing. Thanks to our guests, Steven Van Zandt, Anthony Green, Matt Mira, Chris Moore for falling.
Roxy. Thank you guys. Take care. Goodbye.
Good night.
Do you want to curse some more?
Have a wonderful weekend.